You're listening to the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast, the show that guides you on your holistic lifestyle journey to a healthy body, mind, and soul aligned with nature. Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 59 of the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about why walking is the best exercise. So if you're looking for the easiest and the best exercise for someone of any age, of any fitness level, walking is it. So I'm going to give multiple reasons why you should walk every single day for better health and well-being. Walking is the perfect low-impact exercise, and if you haven't exercised in a while, or if you're looking for something easy that you can do every single day, this is perfect. It's low impact, which means it's safe to do. You won't need any special equipment. You can start at the fitness level that you are at. If you're not in the best of shape, you can start by going for a 10 or 15 minute walk around the neighborhood and work your way up from there. If you're already in great shape, walking can still provide an effective workout. Once your body gets conditioned, you can walk faster and even incorporate some hills and stairs and things that are a little bit more challenging. So the first thing you want to do is find a pair of comfortable shoes. This is going to go a long way. Because let's face it, you're stepping thousands of times, and so it's pretty crucial that you find something that works with your feet. So it's just as easy as that, just getting a good pair of shoes and going around your neighborhood for starters. You could find a local park that has a nice path that you can walk on. If the weather doesn't permit being outside, then you've got a lot of options. You can head to your local gym or mall or school. Many of them have walking programs because they have such a big indoor area with hallways, and they have walking programs, so they set aside time specifically for people that want to walk. If you prefer to stay home, getting a treadmill is a great idea. I got this really inexpensive, lightweight, non-electric treadmill that I just love. It was my saving grace for long, cold winters when I can't walk outside. So it's, like I said, it's pretty inexpensive. I only paid less than $100 for it, I think, which is pretty good for a treadmill. A lot of them are $1,000 around there. And this is also lightweight, so this is something that folds up, and almost anybody I should say, can maneuver it around and store it behind in your closet when you don't want it out. And so it's non-electric, which means that you don't have any thing that's running the treadmill part, so you just walk on an incline so that it can go. So there's handlebars that you hold on to, which is probably the only bad thing about it, because not everybody can afford an $1,000 treadmill that weighs 200 pounds that they can't just maneuver around, So I think this is one of the best options for people that are on a budget, for people that can't lift a lot, for older people, so I'm 49 and I can't lift much, so I love this thing because I can just flip the bottom up and snap the handlebars down and wiggle it into the corner if I want. It's great, and it really doesn't take up as much space as normal ones do. So if you're curious to check out this awesome treadmill that I'm bragging up, I didn't really mean to go off on a tangent about it, but it's that great and it's that important. It's like I said, it was my saving grace. It was the only way that I could get walking in for 6 months out of the year. So if you're interested in checking that out, I'll leave a link down in the show notes to check that out on Amazon. It comes right to your house. I had a guy friend put it together for me because I'm not good with tools. It just took him probably half an hour, maybe. So now moving on. Going outside for a walk, of course, is always the best option if you can. So getting out in nature, that's actually got multiple benefits besides the walking aspect of it. So this benefits your body, mind, and your soul in many ways. And I've talked about nature quite often on this podcast. I've done other episodes about it. So check some of those out if you're interested in learning more about getting out in nature for the many benefits. But for right now, I'm just going to talk about how it's good for your walking. So you want to mix up your route and walk in different areas of your town or visit different parks. The reason for this is because you, like I said, there's a lot of benefits to walking, and many of them come from visual things. So you might not, you might want to see different things. So mixing up your route is good for that. It's also good for having different inclines. You don't always want to walk flat. You don't always want to go on the same hills. You want different inclines and different terrains. So that's good to go to a lot of different places to do that. You can invite a friend to come along with you to walk. A lot of people might benefit from the added motivation of having somebody, a buddy system kind of thing. It's always nice to have someone to talk to, and having a walking buddy keeps you accountable. So like you are going to have a harder time saying no if they're showing up at your door every morning. It's time, So having a buddy system is a great way to motivate you if you have a little bit of trouble motivating yourself. If you don't walk with anybody, you can use an MP3 player or your phone, listen to music, audiobooks, podcasts as you walk. Makes the time go by faster. This is one option. However, I think that it's actually better to be out in nature and hearing nature. Again, that's another one of the many benefits of being in nature is you're hearing the birds chirping, the wind blowing, the trees rustling, and those are all so great, and I wouldn't want to miss out on them. So I prefer not to walk with things in my ear, but if that's something that you feel like you need to do, by all means do that. It's a great way to catch up on podcasts, audiobooks, and so forth. The main thing here is that you get out there, you move around, get some exercise in a way that's gentle on your joints, it's gentle on your heart and the rest of your body. So give it a try and see if you start feeling better, feeling happier and stronger after just a few weeks of regular walking. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the actual health benefits. And here is the section where, this might give you a little bit of motivation if you have any of these issues. So, walking outside gets you in the fresh air and sunshine, and your body will be absorbing the oxygen and the sun, which are both important for your health and well-being. You'll find that the air quality outside is better than the air quality in your house, especially if you are walking along a beach or in a park with lots of trees. And of course, the sunshine outside will help your body produce vitamin D. So if you are low on vitamin D, this is a great exercise to get out there and get your sunlight. Like I said, if you have any breathing issues, I heard recently, I can't prove this because I don't have the actual study, but I heard that the indoor air quality is worse than the outdoor. Well, I already knew that, but for one of the reasons, people think that they have allergies to pollen in trees, and I can't, like I said, I can't prove that this is true, but you can check this out for yourself, that being outside is not specifically the reason why you're reacting to the tree pollen. It's something about when you come back in, and that will exacerbate the problem. But like I said, I don't have allergies, so I can't speak to the experience of that, but this is just what I heard, so it's worth checking out. So if you're trying to lose weight, walking can help you to get to a healthy weight and to maintain that healthy weight. Walking, especially at a quick pace and doing it on a regular basis, can help you to reach the level that's healthy for your body. So yes, you still need to watch what you eat and have a healthy diet, but walking can be another tool to help you drop those extra pounds. The nice thing about walking when you're overweight is that you burn a lot of calories, even on short walks and slow walks, simply because you're carrying so much weight around with you. So as you start to lose the weight, your overall strength and endurance will increase, and that will allow you to walk longer, further, and faster. And I've even noticed this myself. Even though I've never been overweight, I have noticed that the first, well, back before I had my treadmill anyway, I used to only be able to walk in the summer and the spring and fall. So I would all winter long not do any exercise, or maybe just do certain different types of exercises, but not walking. And then in the spring when I'd walk, I would notice that I would get shortness of breath, well, whatever, not in an unsafe way, but I noticed that I was having huffing and puffing a little bit more than I normally did, a lot sooner too. So I couldn't catch my breath. I also noticed that I was sore a lot quicker, a lot easier. But then, I would do it for a week or two, and I found that it didn't make me lose my breath as much. I didn't get sore afterwards. So you do train yourself very quickly, I should say. Within 2 weeks, you should for sure be used to it if you do it on a regular basis. So if you have any problems with balance and coordination, walking can actually improve your sense of balance and coordination. As you walk, especially when you're walking over rough terrain, you're also working on your sense of balance and coordinating your arms and legs. Just getting in the habit of going for a daily walk will help with this. But you can work even more on your sense of balance by moving your head around. So turn your head to the right and to the left as you walk. Move your head up and down. If you do these simple exercises once or twice as you walk each day, you'll get even more benefit. And this is another benefit of being out in nature when you walk, because there's really so much to see. You're just naturally turning your head. If you just walk in a straight line with your head straight ahead and your eyes straight ahead, I should say, and you're not really, there's no depth of focus with your eyes. You're just always looking straight ahead. You're not looking at things close by and then far away. That's one of the biggest benefits of being outside when you're exercising or walking, because you're fully immersing yourself in the experience of what it's like to be outside. And like I said, it's good for the eyesight. It's good for your coordination, your balance, and all sorts of things. And it also strengthens your bones and your muscles. So this is another benefit, of course. Even though walking is low impact, you're still strengthening and toning your body. If you're just starting out, it's all you really need to get into better shape. It's kind of like a kickstart. So if you're just starting out with your exercise regimen, walking alone will do wonders, even if that's the only thing that you do. And then as you get more fit, you can consider adding maybe weightlifting exercises in addition to your daily walks to continue to get stronger and develop strong muscles and bones. So regular exercise will also strengthen your heart. Remember that your heart is a muscle, and going for a brisk walk, works out more than just your leg muscles. So as you work out your heart, it'll get stronger and better at pumping blood through your body. And as you strengthen your muscles and your body overall, you are likely losing body fat. So that's good news for your blood pressure. And all it takes is heading out there for a short little walk each day. You don't have to go for an hour. 10-15 minutes is even good enough. So another benefit of walking is that you will get a mood boost and you will fight depression. So walking releases endorphins that will help lift your mood and even reduce depression. So the next time you're feeling tired or you're in a bad mood, put your sneakers on and go for a walk. It works like a charm every time. Sometimes even just stepping out the door, you can notice a difference in how you feel. So if walking for a long time is hard, try breaking up your walking workout into shorter sessions that are spaced apart throughout your day. Recent studies have shown that shorter exercise sessions are more effective anyway, because your body actually goes into stress mode when you work out for too long and for too high of an intensity. This is why I never really liked, going to gyms, because if somebody's going to get dressed and drive to the gym, they're not going to just be there for 10 minutes. They're going to be like, I'm going to get my time's worth out of this. I'm going to stay for like an hour or two or maybe 3. And that's when your body starts to go into stress mode, because we're not really designed to exercise for long periods at high intensity intervals, I should say. If you think about our ancestors, they really only ran and did heavy work when they had to. They for short bursts. The heart is not designed to. Well, I mean, it can handle it, but it really puts you into stress mode. And I've heard this many times from many different experts that certain intensity of exercises for too long will actually make you feel worse. And there's like a fine line where you should stop before you get to that point. So I like to tell people to do your workouts in short bursts, and by short I mean 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour if it doesn't drain you. But I've even noticed that when I'm doing my exercises, I will just naturally start to feel tired after 25 minutes, half an hour. And that's when I know that my body's ready to rest again. So keep that in mind. You don't have to go crazy for any length of time. You don't have to push hard. If you do push hard, do it for a minute or two, and then go back to being, your regular movement. So a healthy diet and regular exercise, losing weight are some of the most effective ways to reduce hypertension. And this ties in with the health benefits. And walking helps you to de-stress, and it's no wonder that walking regularly has such beneficial effects when it comes to hypertension, weight loss, lack of vitamin D, bone loss, muscle loss, all of these things. All of these things can be helped with a healthy diet and regular walking. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can get into the habit of walking more. So you're probably thinking, all this information is great, but how do I actually make this a habit? So we were designed to walk, to hunt and gather for our food. But in modern society, we spend most of our time sitting indoors. And this is not good for our bodies, leading to a lot of health problems like the ones that I've mentioned. And this is probably one of the most important reasons to make an effort to move around and go for a walk each day. Of course, like I said, this is easier said than done. Most of us sit for our jobs. We eat when we're sitting down, or we're sitting down when we are eating. And to be honest, all we want to do when we come home from work is plop down on the couch for a Netflix marathon until it's time to go to bed. So, staying in the habit of going for a walk each day can be a huge challenge. And we need to get into the habit of going for that walk, just like we're in the habit of brushing our teeth twice a day. Once it becomes a habit, it won't be as much of a challenge to make sure that we do that every day. So as always, I have a printable tracker for this. This can help plan your walks and make it a habit. It can help you to track how often you are walking, and this helps with motivation and accountability. So it's the printable walking tracker, and there are 10 pages. So a lot of these pages will be to just help you track in different ways, or to plan your walking in different ways. And like I say all the time, these sorts of things, these printable planners and trackers and journals, they are the missing key to making change happen. So this is how I get in the habit of doing almost anything. I use a tracker, because this is the whole point of trackers, especially when they are the challenge trackers. Like there's some 30-day challenges. I've actually got one of those in my Etsy shop as well, but that one focuses on eating. So you can use this one to track your walking, and when you see every day, you check off the box for that day. When you have gone for a month, you see visually how good you did. And so when you do that, there's a higher chance that you're going to be successful at making this a habit, because you're going to see, I did this every day for 30 days. I don't want to stop now. If I stop now, I've lost all of that momentum. And so that is why trackers work. So I will leave a link down below in the show notes for that printable walking tracker. And If you are also interested in the 30-day challenge tracker, I've got one of those as well. However, that one focuses on healthy eating, but you can also use it for walking. But of course, this walking tracker will do the same thing. So I'll leave a link down below for that. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode. Be sure to visit my website, which is holisticlifestyleguide.com, where you'll be able to read articles about holistic wellness, and you can subscribe to get freebies delivered to your inbox every week. And I also give updates on everything that I put out, which is blog posts, Etsy printables, and podcast episodes. So thank you so much for listening, and have a great week.